This is an open public meeting of the Neptune Township Board of Education. In accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law of 1975, adequate advance written notice of the meeting was made by posting the schedule of meetings in the main floor lobby of the Board of Education administrative offices and by delivery to the Asbury Park Press, the Coaster, and the Neptune Township Municipal Clerk. Advance electronic notice has been made on the district's website consistent with bylaw 0164.6. In order to abide by the Open Public Meetings Act, Board of Education members may use their digital devices to follow the agenda, report out for meetings, agenda background materials, but not to communicate with each other or with anyone outside of the meeting. Postings have been placed on the bulletins board for everyone's use. Please do not remove these postings. You may obtain free copies of these documents from the district website or purchase copies by writing the Board of Education office. During the public session of this meeting, parties having comment are requested to address the president. The public is advised, in accordance with bylaw 0168, an unofficial audio recording of this meeting is being made. Pursuant to state statute NJSA 26:3D17 and Neptune Township Board of Education Policy Regulation 7434, no smoking is permitted on Board of Education property. As a reminder, Neptune Township School District is a community for all learners where we value opportunity, diversity, and accountability. Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Here.
Ms. Harris?
Here.
Ms. Hoffman?
Excused.
Thank you. Mr. Hubbard?
Here.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Morgan?
She's en route.
Ms. Trier?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Ms. Flynn?
Excused.
Ms. Lashley?
Here.
Ms. Jackson?
Here.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Please also note administration that is present. At this time, we will have a moment of silence. Thank you. Please join me in standing and saluting the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, everyone, and good evening again. So today we have a special treat. We have double the presenters than we normally have for our student government remarks. So tonight we're joined by Nathan Richards and Liliana Davis. The floor is yours.
On behalf of the Neptune Student Council, we'd like to present our school highlights. For our Art Student of the Month, we have Lucas Stara. He participates in drama club and band. And in our previous production of The Great Gatsby, he was the lead role at Caraway.
We'd also like to acknowledge our Athletes of the Month. We have Azel Perez, which is a senior bowler. He also participates in ROTC. He's a COC. We also like to recognize Emily Lazo Cruz, which is also our senior wrestler, which is also a participant in ROTC. We also like to take time to recognize our Writer of the Month, Samantha Munoz Morales. She wrote an article on behalf of our Blazer Club. We also like to recognize our ROTC Cadets of the Month, which by chance just happens to be all freshmen. So we have Cadet Bianca Lorente Montus, Cadet Gabriela Bang, and we have Cadet Aldo Cruz Fuentes. Okay. We also like to recognize our Students of the Month. In 9th grade, we have Jaylani Scott. 10th grade, Natalia Villa. Josephina, in 11th grade, we have Josephina Santiago Vasquez. And in 12th grade, we have Hector Vasquez.
For our sports update, the boys bowling team is 5-0, and the girls and boys basketball teams both have won their first games. And I believe the boys yesterday also won their game.
They did. And other sports updates, yesterday, it was yesterday, right? Yesterday we had Caesar our boys season opening as that went. So, yes.
The members of the Vanguard and the Student Council both assisted in volunteering at the recreational holiday party at Summerfield on Saturday, December 7th. It was very productive and we got a lot of work done and it was very fun. Members of the Vanguard Club, Student Council, and ROTC on Saturday took part in laying wreaths at Arlington National Cemetery in DC. We left from the school and spent the whole day in DC and came back that night. It was very productive. We laid wreaths and it was very good and honoring the lost.
In recent news, the Student Council is having a fundraiser at Chick-fil-A in Ocean Township tomorrow from 5 to 8. Members will be reading children's books from 5:30 to 6. So if you would like to help raise funds for our Neptune Student Council, be feel welcomed to attend. That's
That's
all we have.
So yeah, thank you.
So thank you for that information, and especially the Chick-fil-A, because that's one of my favorite spots, so I will be there tomorrow. All right, we will move into our showcase. I see that we are joined by the students at Shark River Hills. Principal Loveland, you have the floor.
Mr. Loveland, would you like us to go out into the audience? Please stay. That's okay.
I'm gonna sit in the audience so you can see. I have to stay here.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out tonight to support us here. These 5 brave students volunteered to talk to you about the readathon that our school does each year. The PTA sponsors the readathon. It is a fundraiser, and the students keep track of how many minutes they read outside of class during the month of November, and then they can win different prizes. So they're going to tell you all about it, and we're going to start with Brady.
Hello, my name is Brady O'Rourke, and I am in 5th grade and 11 years old. This is my 3rd year of the readathon. Each year for the last 3 years, the PTA has been doing a readathon fundraiser at our school. The readathon is only in the month of November, so November 1st through the 30th. A website records our minutes for us. To log minutes in the readathon, you could either set a timer or you could just log the minutes by putting the date that you read and how long you read. There is a catch though. The minutes that you log can't be during school unless they're during lunch or recess. If you hit a certain number of minutes in the readathon, you get prizes. I read around 850 minutes, and the book series I read was the Harry Potter series. Thank you for your time, Board of Education. That is all from me.
Good evening, Board of Education. My name is Lucas Lutz, and I am in 5th grade, and I am 10 years old. I'm going to tell you about the prizes for the readathon. Anyone who read more than 100 minutes won a homework pass. For 400 minutes, students won an extra recess. For 800 minutes, students get to go into the library and watch a movie. And if you are the top students for the readathon in the school, you get to be principal for the day. And you get to do a bunch of stuff like go in the oil room with the drills and coolers and go in the announcements for a school drill. You can be the boss of everybody in the school, including the teachers. You can even tell the students when to go to the lunchroom and call the kids up for a snack. I won all the prizes except being principal for the day. The best books I've read for the readathon were the Dog-Eared series and the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I am very proud of how much I read. I read over 800 minutes. Before the readathon started, I didn't like reading at all, but since 2021, I've had the courage to read a lot more and be a better reader. It has been an honor to read to the Board of Education. It is really cool to talk and be in the high school for the first time. Thank you for being here to encourage me because this can help me out a lot in the future. Good evening, Board of Education. My name is Amelia Hadley. I am a 5th grade student and I read over 1,000 minutes for our readathon. If you want more readathon minutes, you can read at lunch. Teachers let us read for the last 10 minutes of the lunch period. They keep track of who is reading and how many times we've read. If you read 5 times, you get a book token. We use the book tokens to get free books from the book vending machine. During the readathon, I read Amber Brown is Green with Envy, and I thought it was marvelous. Amber's principal let her have soda and Twizzlers when she was sad that she might be moving, and that was one of the books I read.
Hello, my name is Peyton Kenny. I'm in 5th grade and 11 years old. Today, I will be telling you all about the class awards, the results from the readathon, as well as the book series I read to get over 900 minutes for the readathon. Firstly, the team prizes. The teams that got prizes were the classes with the most minutes read per student and the class that raised the most money for the PTA. The prize was Pizza Party. The class that raised the most money for the PTA was Miss Grove's 4th grade class. And the class that read the most minutes per student was Miss C's 3rd grade class. Now the results. We had 121 students participate in the readathon. They read over 63,000 minutes. They also raised over $8,000 for the PTA. Finally, the book series. I read the Harry Potter series. I had already read the first 3 books last year, so this year I picked them up again and finished the series.
Good evening, Board of Education, teachers, staff, parents, and my fellow Neptune residents. I am Amore Elizabeth Lasso. I'm in 4th grade. I'm here to tell you about my journey during the Shark River Hills Readathon. To be honest, I wasn't into reading until Shark River Hills started the readathon 3 years ago. It encouraged me to read even once it was finished. At first, I was in it for the prizes. As I started reading a book called Warrior Cats, I got curious what would happen next. Reading has become a part of my everyday routine, whether I'm reading a book or listening to an audiobook. Last year, I even joined a tween book club at the Neptune Library. During this readathon, I read over 2,000 minutes and I got to be principal for the day. Being principal is a lot of walking and hard work. When I was principal for the day, I got to see all the duties a principal would do for the day. And I must tell you, it's a lot of work being principal. My favorite part of being principal was seeing the excitement on other students' faces who received the readathon prizes too. Thank you for your time and your listening ears. Have an amazing evening.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love it.
Great job.
Thank you for pausing your game to be here. I love that. I love that.
Has a future.
Told me that after the readathon, like the reading levels.
Weren't they amazing?
I don't know if you checked out the one student's shirt. He paused his game to be here. So thank you.
That was good too.
That's good.
Remember the kid that asked me to have shirts with no, when we had the student thing?
Okay, so we're gonna move to the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to once again congratulate Scarlet Sound for their tree lighting ceremony performance in Rockefeller Center. They were amazing. Ms. Jackson and I had the pleasure of chaperoning that trip, and it was truly a blast. We were smiling the whole way there and the whole way back. They were wonderful performers and they were wonderful kids. They represented us well and we're very, very proud of them. Shortly after that trip, we were notified that one of our varsity bowlers, Jake Sandoval, bowled a 299. Last frame left one pin standing, so we are fingers crossed for Jake so that he will get that 300 before the season is over. Our thespians, our drama club students, were visited by the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts, and 4 scholarships were provided to 4 of our kids, one for $20,000, one for $15,000, one for $10,000, another for $10,000, and the entire cast was offered a $1,000 scholarship each to attend a summer drama program. The I can't say that word for some reason. Conservatory for Dramatic Arts is an associate's degree program in the city that leads to moving over to junior year in a degree in fine arts. So that is all good news. You'll get to see our thespians again in March when they're performing The Wedding Singer. So look forward to that. And thank you, Liliana, for sharing the news about the Arlington trip. I saw some pictures. They were great. That's very, very good that you got to go. That was totally fundraised by the kids, that trip to Arlington. So good for them. If you haven't noticed, our new website format has been launched. So hopefully you could go on and give me some feedback, send me an email, let me know how that's going. And I wish you all a safe and healthy and happy winter recess.
Thank you, Dr. Crater. It's important to note that the website actually came out of our strategic planning meetings, and we valued everyone's input. And that is the first of many things that we will be doing to implement all of the steps that we discussed based on your input. So thank you for that. Ms. Harris, can you move our minutes, please?
Minutes. Other report. Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve the minutes of the work session on November 26, 2024, and regular meeting of November 26, 2024. So moved. Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Harris, seconded by Ms. Puryear. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Abstain to the minutes of the work session and aye to the regular meeting.
Ms. Leslie?
Abstain.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. We are now at our public comment section. Oftentimes, it may appear to members of our audience that the Board of Education takes action with very little comment and in many cases by unanimous vote. Before a matter is placed on the agenda in a public meeting, administration has thoroughly reviewed the matter with the superintendent of schools. If the superintendent of schools is satisfied that the matter is ready to be presented to members of the Board of Education, it is then referred to the appropriate board committee. The members of the Board of Education work with administration and the superintendent to assure that members fully understand the matter. When the committee is satisfied with the matter, it is presented to the Board of Education for discussion before any final action is taken. Only then is it placed on the agenda for action at a public meeting. All personnel motions are at the recommendation of the superintendent. All agenda postings are available for public review. In rare instances, matters are presented to the Board of Education for discussion at the same meeting that final action may be taken. Time will be allotted now for public comment. Each speaker will have a maximum of 3 minutes when recognized by the presiding officer. Individuals wishing to address the board shall be recognized by the presiding officer and shall give their names, addresses, and group, if any, that they represent. Although the board encourages public participation, it reserves the right through its presiding officer to terminate remarks to and/or by any individual not in keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. The board will not respond to questions during the public participation portion of this meeting involving employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion, or disciplining of any specific, prospective, or current employee. The floor is now open for public comment if anyone wishes to speak.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Jessica Figueroa. I reside at 1814 Stratford Avenue, Neptune, New Jersey. And the reason I'm here today is because I'm absolutely disgusted with Neptune District. My son attends school here. I have 2 other children that attend school here. And this has been an ongoing issue since my son's been in elementary school. Dr. Terrell, I can honestly say, was a great educator. I had no problem with him, and this is why I never went forward with my situation with my son. But I actually watch your board meetings all the time on Zoom, but I'm not always able to be here. But I come today because my son was recently suspended from school because of a situation. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, my son is a troublesome kid. He gets into things, but I've been requesting for meetings to be had with certain teachers. I've been requesting for a lot of things to be done, and nothing is being done. I know I've spoken with Dr. Crater through email. She did respond to my email this morning regarding my son's situation. However, I don't feel like anything, again, is being done. I noticed that, me personally, there is a difference with the Caucasian students in school and the African-American kids in school. And nobody is advocating for these kids, so I'm definitely coming in saying something about my kid. I'm tired of every time something happens in school, it's always my kid's fault because he's known as the troublemaker. That is ridiculous. I've asked for IEP to be put in place. That has not been put in place. And to answer your email, no, I have not received anything to be signed. I have not received anything from your principal. Dr. Opoku does not respond to me. She only emails me when my son gets in trouble. And I did bring my son with me because he feels some type of way going to school every day because of the way the staff members in this district treat my son. And when I tell you, I come here and like I said, I watch these board meetings and only one person that sits up here I can say has any type of feeling towards these kids. Everybody screams that they're here for these kids, they're here for these kids, he's here for these kids. But when as a parent, you're reaching out to the district for help and you get nothing, what do you do? What do you do?
I was waiting for you to conclude your comments. I didn't want to.
Okay, I understand. But I'm up, like I said, again, I'm here because my son cannot advocate for himself. I'm his mother. I'm going to come in here and do that. I have teachers that are specifically, like I said, he's not the perfect student, but at the same time, I've told them the concerns about my son. My son is reading on a great level. His grades are not the best because of the simple fact of my son is lazy. He doesn't want to do the work because he's telling me that this is work that, he's done already. He got retained back into the 6th grade because of his behavior and him not doing his work, being lazy. However, when I ask him, are you able to complete the work? Are you able to do the work? He has no problem doing the work. He just doesn't do it. It's not that he's incapable of it. He's not having an issue with that. It's the staff members and it's the teachers that are not doing what they're supposed to as educators. And I don't understand what the issue is. I have teachers that are holding grudges against him from last year, and then the principal agrees with him. I've asked for a meeting to be had with this teacher. I still have yet to get this meeting. I want video recording of why my son was suspended for 4 days when he tried to break up a fight, and I was told that he was inciting a fight. I'm, again, disgusted with this district. And it's sad because the reputation that Neptune has is all a facade. Because when you actually get in it, this school system is garbage. You're supposed to be passing these kids. You're supposed to be helping these kids. You're supposed to encourage these kids when they go to school. And there's no encouragement. A lot of these kids go through things. I can't speak for my son because.
Ma'am, you've exceeded the time limit.
Of course.
Well, we want to thank you for coming out to advocate for your child. I understand your frustration. I
don't think you do.
Ma'am, we have to be respectful. We allowed you to speak. Please allow me to speak. I understand your frustration. We thank you for coming out to advocate for your child. You have to follow the chain of command. So therefore, if you have already met with or requested a meeting with the principal, have you done that?
The principal is no help because she has a nasty attitude.
Okay, so then, would you make sure that Dr. Crater has your phone number?
She has my information.
Okay,
I will get to you before the end of the week to let you know what's happening with your request for an IEP. I know, I'm not sure you realize that is a process. It takes a little while, but
This is a process that's had to take place since he was in elementary school.
ma'am, please allow people to speak. We
I
allowed you
will
to
get to
speak.
you by the end of the week to let you know where we are in that process.
Am I allowed to speak?
Your 3 minutes are up.
Okay. I didn't get the results I need here today, but I will definitely make sure that I make it my business. This is not the last you're gonna see me.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Okay, seeing no one else, the public comment is closed.
You should all be ashamed of yourself.
Ms. Thompson, can you move our superintendent's report, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under superintendent's report as per document A, items 1 through 3. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Thompson, seconded by Ms. Harris. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Lashley?
Aye to 1 and 2, abstain from 3.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. There were no committee meetings this month, so we will move through the rest of the agenda. Mr. Hubbard, can you move the finance item, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under finance as per document B1, items 1 through 6. So move.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Hubbard, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Lashley?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Dr. Berry, can you move our transportation items, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Let it be resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under transportation as per document B3, items 1 through 4.
Second.
It's been moved by Dr. Berry, seconded by Mr. Hubbard. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Lashley?
Abstain.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Puryear, can you move our special education items, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under special education as per document C2, items 1 through 2. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Puryear, seconded by Mrs. Thompson. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Lashley?
Aye to 1, abstain from 2.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Can you move our student activities items, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under student activities as per document C3, items 1 through 7. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Jones, seconded by Mr. Hubbard. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Lashley?
Abstain from 7, aye to everything else.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Mrs. Morgan, can you move our personnel items, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under personnel as per document D1, items 1 through 7. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Leslie?
Abstain from 2 and 6, aye to everything else.
Thank you. Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Lashley, can you move our schedule of meetings?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under schedule of meetings. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Lashley, seconded by Ms. Harris. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Puryear?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Leslie?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Board members, is there any new board business to come before the board? Okay, I would like to remind everyone that the Student Council is doing their fundraiser tomorrow at Chick-fil-A between 5 and 8 p.m., so we hope that you will support them. And on behalf of the Board of Education, we wish everyone a happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you, and we will see you in 2025. Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn? I almost forgot that part.
So moved.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, everyone.
They told us.
Oh, the reorg